EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 2nd and 9, Pickett. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Pickett. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He gets this to Devontae Adams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. His zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling-out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not confidence on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Pickett will look to throw it here. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. He's up to the 20.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12,
Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Christian Watson,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On 2nd and 12,
Pickett. Oh, looking for Warner, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout this rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection.
Touchdown! Devontae Adams from 3 yards out.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. has the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Second down, another run with Taylor. And a second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Pickett. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pickett. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big run.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Pickett to throw on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Pickett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Finds his receiver, Watson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Finding the former Raider, Nelson Aguilar.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Christian Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And the ball is knocked out, but I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Pickett back to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. Touchdown Raiders!
Christian Watson
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
And my goodness, another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Herbert. It's caught here by Adams. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Herbert's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Again, it's Taylor.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little round through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert, his third interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. The 40. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Brings up third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 36 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Pickett. That ball's caught. Aguilar right
inside. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw, Pickett. And the Raiders have got him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Brandon, I think you and I are both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go to the ground again for Taylor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Trying with Pickett here on third down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Marcus Williams getting the sack from the secondary.
Talk about two sides of the ball cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now Pickett on fourth down. Open here, Adam Thielen. He will have the conversion and more than that. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first, as he can only make it to the 11. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians, as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an